One was IAS, another was police. So you got attracted to whom?
Ma'am, I liked both of them,
Okay.
the way of their working. But when I understood the diversity that IAS provides in the job, then I was more attracted towards IAS.
Okay, then what did you do? You quickly did your BSc and how many? How old are you now?
28, ma'am.
So when did you start writing this exam?
2016. After my graduation, I took 1 year break. Then I took the first attempt, and I gave 3 attempts, but I could not clear prelims. 4th attempt, I went till interview. 5th attempt, I again went till interview. And last year, I took this break, and this year my 6th attempt.
But why did you get less marks in interview in your written papers?
Ma'am, in 2019, my first interview, I got decent marks in interview, 171. I got less in anthropology, my optional. Then next interview, I got less, 157.
Okay. Who was your chairman at that time?
2019, it was PK Joshi, sir.
Okay.
2020, BB Vyas, sir.
Yes, okay. 2020 you went, is it?
Yes.
2020 I was there actually. Maybe you went to a different board. Yes, you went
It
to
was
Vyas.
in August, ma'am. It was Vyas, sir.
So you are already experienced.
But every time it's different, googly only, ma'am.
So you know how the interview goes and so what you, I think it's better I have more interaction with you rather than asking you questions because you already went through 2 interviews. So where do you think you went wrong when?
Ma'am, in 2020, in my first interview, 2019, it was good. As per my assessment, I did well. But in second interview, one of the panel member, 4th member, I could not hear his voice. He was speaking very slowly. So I did not answer one of his questions. I asked him, "Pardon, sir, can you please repeat?" Even after he repeated, I could not hear it properly. Then I said, "Sorry, sir." That was the lowest point.
Oh.
How to deal with such?
You couldn't have. You could have said, "Sir, I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat it?" Then you would have said,
yes.
instead of asking him to repeat again, you should have said, "Sorry, sir, I couldn't hear you." And could you?
Yes, ma'am. I was also tensed, I think. Right.
You are from Belgaum.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was a probationer in Belgaum, 1982.
Oh, nice, ma'am.
That's what I'm wondering. I'm just looking at your biodata and you have written receipt of Inspire Scholarship. What is this Inspire Scholarship?
Ma'am, it is Innovation in Science Pursuit for Inspired Research given by Department of Science and Technology to promote basic sciences, ma'am. To attract the talent towards basic sciences, they give this scholarship.
Don't stop. You should never stop till the members stop you or they cross you.
Okay.
You can generally keep talking.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
Whatever you know about that. Now this is the previous guy who came, he did kabaddi
Oh,
and you are in kho. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So I asked him this question. He said he's a what is the similarity between kho and kabaddi? And what is the difference also?
Ma'am, when it comes to similarities, when we see from the perspective of the playground, both of them can be played in a small area.
Both are rural sports.
Yes, ma'am. Both are rural sports, and the qualities that the sports persons of these 2 sports need are quite similar, like the speed, quick in decision making, agility.
Yes.
So all of these are similar. And when it comes to the differences, ma'am, in kabaddi, it is about the both our mouth is speaking word, and we are we are defenders when we go to the other field. But there is quite similarity with kho also. But in kho the field is single field. In kabaddi they are separated.
Yes, that is the thing. And also badminton, you mentioned about badminton. What is this chaser? Means used to run.
I did both defending and chasing, but I was good in chasing, ma'am.
I used to play Kho when I was in school, but I forgot about it. What is this chaser? The person who runs.
The one who tries to catch the other person
Is
is
the
called
chaser.
chaser.
Okay. And defenders.
Defender, one who is running and who
Trying
is
to
saving
save-
himself from being caught. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then you have written comparative understanding of folklore across the regions in Karnataka. So what are the, did anybody ask you questions on this folklore?
No, ma'am, this is the first time I wrote this hobby. Earlier, I just wrote a collection of folk songs. No question were asked.
So this is understanding the folklore across the regions in Karnataka. There will be a question.
Yes,
What are the folklores across Karnataka and how do you do the comparison?
Ma'am, I do the comparison after watching them or watching them directly.
First you tell what are the folklores in Karnataka.
Ma'am, in Karnataka, we have the...
Because you said across the regions.
Yes,
Okay.
we have the Dollu Kunita, very famous across Karnataka. Then secondly, when we go to coastal Karnataka, there is a special folklore called Bhutaradhane, Daivaradhane, Nagaradhane.
Because of this movie, na, Kantara,
Yes, ma'am.
they will ask you.
Yes.
So you should be prepared on that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then?
Then in southern Karnataka, nearby Biligiri Rangana hills, there is a very famous folk culture of Kamsale. There the deity Mahadeshwara is worshipped. Likewise, we have different folklores across the regions of Karnataka.
Okay. First you told about that. Then you say comparative understanding. So what did you do the comparative understanding?
Ma'am, I compare the origin of these various folk culture because these are based on the region, the deity they worship, and even the language.
Comparative means what you write or you read about it. What do you do?
Ma'am, I read and I watch them and then analyze.
And you write about it? No, or you
No.
analyze just on your
Yes.
mind.
I like to document also because in my own home, my grandmothers, they sing the folk songs. So
Okay.
I collect those folk songs also.
Okay. If they ask you to sing a folk song, can you sing?
Yes, ma'am.
If they ask you. Okay. But very rarely,
Yes.
but at times. Then what you need to do is you need to prepare on this.
Yes,
These
ma'am.
folklores across the regions in Karnataka. Comparative understanding of folklore across the regions in Karnataka.
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the folklores? Quickly you say Karnataka has these 4 regions.
Yes.
You can North Karnataka, Kalyan Karnataka, the Mysore,
Okay.
Bangalore region
Yes.
and the Mangalore region.
Yes.
Generally 4 parts
Huh.
and central Karnataka is there. So 5 parts are there. In these 5 parts, illi enide, alli enide, illi enide, the comparison. This is like this, whereas this is like this. So you need to tell them that you have really a deep understanding of this whole thing and that is your hobby. They may ask you because this is something very different.
Yes.
So somebody might ask you this question.
Yes.
Analyzing the perspective in Indian short films. What is that?
Ma'am, I watch various short films of various languages and then I understand the viewpoint of each of the characters in the short film.
Okay.
Because when I see...
Why don't you like Bollywood films?
I do like them also, ma'am. I watch Bollywood films, even the regional films also. But I think short films are the art pieces which convey the social message in a short time period and with more intensity.
Yeah. So what do you analyze?
Ma'am, each of the characters in the short film have something to say. So I analyze their perspectives. For example, recently I watched a short film called The Wall. It is about a boy, a child who is physically disabled but has a very good talent of drawing. So before he expresses his talent, there was a different view from his parents, from the neighbors, his teachers, and he himself viewed himself differently. But when he understood that he has this talent and then when he draws the painting on the wall in his house, then the viewpoint perspectives immediately change. So I analyze this quick transitions.
And then do what?
I would like to apply them in my life.
Life.
my perspectives, my viewpoints have to be socially acceptable, and I want to give respect and dignity to each and every person, whether he is with disabled or from whatever background the person is.
This is very interesting. You should go through this. They may actually, you should not be disheartened. You look disheartened.
No,
Huh?
maybe this is my last attempt.
Oh, so you're tensed. This is the last attempt.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't write KS examination.
I gave 2 interviews.
There also
There
you.
also. Yes, ma'am.
There what happened?
Interview I got decent only. In mains only I got less.
That means writing, you're
Writing.
getting lesser
Yes,
marks.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. What more you want me to ask you?
Ask anything.
Have you read about the recent judgment on demonetization which came, Supreme Court judgment?
Sorry, ma'am, I had not gone through it completely.
What you must
But
have
I
read
know,
about?
I know that it was a majority judgment wherein they have upheld the intentions behind demonetization.
Yeah. Well, who was the one dissenting member?
The women judge, Smt.RATNA.
She's from Karnataka.
From Karnataka.
So they may ask why did she do that? What was her view?
Sorry, ma'am, I am actually not aware of this. I have not.
No, you read that.
Yes,
These
yes,
are
ma'am.
all
I will
read.
do.
This judgment and the reservation for economically weaker
yes.
sections. Recently, some judgment has come. Then Supreme Court gives several judgments about. What do you think about women empowerment? Can you tell something about that?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, women empowerment happens only when women are empowered in all the sections of their life, in all the spheres of their life, be it socially, educationally,
You
economically.
can start with why is it needed?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, since many years in India, we are seeing that women are disempowered through the historical religious
You can
basis.
say women constitute 50% of the population of any country. So if 50% of them are not empowered, then the nation's development also will
Yes,
be
yes, ma'am.
partially done.
Yes.
So it is always necessary that the entire
These
society
50%,
should be empowered.
yes.
Secondly, women, they take care of the family. They are the head of the family. Without the mother, nothing could happen. If the mother is educated, then they say the entire family is educated. Then you can start off. After that, you can say
Okay, ma'am.
whatever you want to say. Let me hear then. Empowerment. Then
First thing is this, ma'am. Since they were discriminated throughout the history, they need empowerment. And secondly, we need women empowerment because they are the pillars of the family and the nation. And for example, we can see that whenever there are women sarpanchs in the panchayats, the social sector development has taken front foot. So from this angle, we can see that women can be great leaders and they can become the agents of change. And thirdly, financial inclusion, education, employment opportunities to women can bring great change in our society and economy.
okay. Then you can look at the various aspects of women, what all is happening nowadays, the atrocities on women. Recently there was one lady who was dragged 4 kilometers or something. Why all this is happening? From one side the empowerment is happening, on the other side the atrocities on women are also increasing. Why is it?
Ma'am, one thing is the patriarchal mindset that has not changed till today. Even when women are touching upon the heights in every field, this mindset has not changed. And secondly, they are treated as a second grade citizens, and the men have that treatment towards women that they are the lower or inferior citizens. That is one reason I can
The
say
mindset has to
has
change.
to change.
And how does it change? The women only have to change, It's the mother who has to change the mindset of the son at home.
Mother and the educational institutions, ma'am.
Yeah, it starts with the family, then the educational institution. Government also should play a role in promoting this kind of change in mindsets.
Yes, value based education.
Education has to be there.
Yes.
Okay, now when the COVID situation, there was COVID, both India and China, of course the entire world was affected. India could handle it in a better way than China. Why is it? What is your view on that?
Ma'am, in my opinion, India could handle it better because we have a democratic system wherein consultation is given a lot of importance compared to the China wherein it is authoritarian rule. And secondly, they followed the method of zero COVID policy wherein strict restrictions are placed. This is unsustainable according to me because we are seeing that cases are rising.
Who, China or India?
In China, cases are rising, and there was frustration among the people of China. Thirdly, the vaccination, that India pursued it very seriously, but China did not do that. So these are certain.
So you should say the vaccination is the first thing. That we did the quickly, you know, Indian government, they supported, which are the two companies who brought about the vaccination in India?
Ma'am, Covishield was by Serum Institute of India.
Yeah.
Covaxin by Bharat Biotech.
So government supported them, government gave them funding support, and government ensured that it was supplied free of cost at all the government hospitals. Of course, people wanted to pay it, but it went on a massive campaign, and that is how the herd immunization happened, isn't it? Immunity of the herd immunity came about. So that is one of the reasons why we, you know, could do it, whereas China is still facing the, not in China, even in various parts of US. I was talking to some people and they said they are suffering from COVID. I was surprised on that kind of a thing. Now you come from Belgaum. So tell me something about Belgaum. Because I am suppose a chairman from Uttar Pradesh. I don't know anything about Belgaum. So I'll ask you to tell you about Belgaum.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Belgavi is the largest district in the state of Karnataka. It has long years of cultural heritage. The Ratta dynasty ruled the Belagavi region. It was earlier called Venu Grama, called as the land of bamboos. And when we see the culturally, there are various tourist spots in Belagavi, like Tilakwadi, wherein Gandhiji chaired the Indian National Congress session, and there are Kamal Basti and various falls.
Historically, you can tell Rani Kittur Chennamma.
Yes, ma'am.
You can say that Jhansi Ki Rani is very popular in all the books.
Kittur Rani Chennamma.
But we also have an equally famous person called Kittur Rani Chennamma, who fought against the British. So if people are not from this area, it will be new for them.
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody may ask about this border because of late this is coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Belgaum wanting, Maharashtra wanting to be part of.
Yes.
Belgaum being
in
part
this
of.
question.
Yeah. So what do you feel? Do you think that Belgaum should go to, part of Belgaum should go to Maharashtra?
Ma'am, linguistic reorganization of states was based on the language basis, and today in Belagavi more than 56% of the population speak Kannada. So on that basis, Belagavi has to be retained with Karnataka. So now a Mahajan Commission has already been constituted and they have given the report. I think that has to be adhered to because there has been a realistic assessment of the situation, and the committee has suggested that few of the villages has to be transferred between both the states. I think that would be a realistic solution rather than fighting for this one issue for long time and disturbing the law and order in the region.
When was this commission formed?
1966, ma'am.
66, but it has not been implemented. But there may be so many border villages in several states where people, states may be claiming. So will it not open a Pandora's box of different states wanting a few villages from their neighboring states?
Yes, ma'am. I think one size fits all approach would not help. Every solution has to be based on the local circumstances. So
this being an issue which is growing up again and again, it can be resolved this way. That is what you feel.
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me what you want. Because I can go on asking you questions, but that's not the thing. Now, You're more or less okay. I don't know, maybe written you must have got lesser marks earlier. This time you've done your written well?
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully. I have completed all the papers,
Ah.
unlike last time.
Okay,
Even optional was good.
okay. So you should be able to do well.
Yes,
But don't keep a sad face like this.
ma'am. Okay.
Did you travel and come or something, or you are here only?
No, I walked few distance.
Okay,
I was here since 1 hour, ma'am.
okay, okay.
I was
Or
talking
sitting
with other
outside,
aspirants.
it must have been tiring for you. Must be looking
No,
tired.
ma'am, maybe I don't know. My face is like that. I don't
Keep
know.
a
ma'am.
more cheerful face, smiling face like you.
Yeah.
Don't keep a face like you're dejected and you've given up. Show your spirit, be active, and so you will be wearing a sari and going and
Yes.
okay, all that is fine. When is your interview?
Dates have not come for me.
So you have lot of time. Now you brush up on everything. Then
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you have the time,
Yes.
you
Till
can.
recently, I was working, ma'am. I was as a faculty. I was working, so I did not brush up. From now on, I have
You
taken
are
the break
faculty where?
in the coaching institution.
Okay. So that also must have improved your.
Yes.
That's the best way to. So they may ask you that time also. You can say, you said that I was so determined to get into the service that when I didn't clear, I joined instead of doing some other job, I joined a study center where I could teach, and so that I can be in touch with them. Now this is your last attempt, so you should do your best. You should. It's do or die for you. So you should tell them that. BSc karke, there's such a big gap. You said, yeah, I wanted to do the civils. You got motivated, very good. You wrote, you didn't. So I joined a study center and I'm teaching continuously so that I'll be in touch and I can do better and better.
Yes.
No, that's what you need to tell them.
Yes, ma'am.
So I met last year I went to RC Retd in Hyderabad. There was this girl who had a last attempt. She was working as an assistant executive engineer in the irrigation department.
Yes, ma'am.
So I told her that this is going to be her last attempt. So prepare everything on irrigation, because a lady being in irrigation department is very rare as an assistant engineer.
Yes.
So she was in Telangana, all. So what kind of crops they're growing? Rice. And that rice was so much that they were not able to sell the rice. So much rice was being grown. So all those issues I told her to prepare and all. Then I was pleasantly surprised to see her name in the paper. She got IPS, that girl. It was her last attempt. So you should not give up. But she was not looking so tired and dull like you. If you are, because you were sitting outside, it is a different issue.
I don't know, ma'am.
You have to be more.
Yes.
You have to be. You should look more active. Your answers also should be, you should answer with more
Energy.
क्या बोलते हैं उसमें जान.
Ah,
Hindi में you say there should be life
life.
in what you are talking. Should not look like that, very tired, this thing. So they will feel that she is not a very enthusiastic person, isn't it?
Yes,
So there should be life in what you are talking, pleasant, full of zeal, energy. That's all. I think there's no other problem with you.
Okay.
And to the point you must talk. Don't go to the other. Now women issues, whatever they ask, since you are a woman, you have seen what has happened, you can immediately answer
Yes, ma'am.
what are the problems, why these things are happening. Basically mindset change. Mothers have to teach the sons at home to be respectful towards the girls at home. That's how the the character building takes place. When boys are boisterous, we encourage them. It should not be done, isn't it? So that kind of whatever comes to your mind in a natural way, you talk as if it's a conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't think it's a question and answer. It's a conversation with some elders in the family. How you are sharing your views, then it becomes very pleasant. If you don't know, you can say always, sir, I don't know, I'm sorry. They don't expect you to know everything.
Yes.
But your body language, your expressions have to have more life.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Generally you're like this, or today you're like this?
No, ma'am. I'm like this only, I think, because one more person said me this.
Uh,
Yes.
No, you should have. You said you're inspired by Shalini, so Shalini is so full of life. You should be like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Little smile, little more when you talk to them, and not just like that smiling, but there is a need to smile. You smile,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, and you be little bright. That must be the issue which came in your way.
Oh, once it was with the shield and mask, ma'am.
Oh, then they won't see your face at all. That's
Second
very
time-
sad. Many people had a bad experience with that.
But second time it was just shield, mask was not there.
Mm. But mainly depends on your written. If you get good marks, so fair.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes. Anything more you want to ask?
Ma'am, there is this one question. After the interview is over, chairman again asks few questions like, do you want to suggest us anything? Do you want to ask us anything?
No.
Should we take that chance?
No. What do you want to ask them?
Asking, I don't have anything to ask.
You can't ask them.
Yes.
You can say no, like with this smiling face only, no, sir.
Thank
It's
you.
okay, thank you, sir. Everything is fine. No, you can't ask them
Ask,
anything.
yes. We cannot, if they are asking ma'am such questions, do you want to suggest us anything?
Simply just to test.
Oh.
No, sir, I'm very happy the way you people have talked to me. I'm happy. That's all. Thank you, sir. Everything. So when you enter, also do namaste or good afternoon, good morning. What are you doing?
Good afternoon, good morning. First, may I come in? Then standing near the chair. Good afternoon, good morning.
When they ask you sit down, then you get
then-
up, slightly go back, say thank you, and then
Yes.
don't immediately turn your back.
Hmm.
Just step back like that,
Hmm.
and then say thank you, and then push you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Last time I just stood up and said thank you, then I turned. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
It's small things.
sometimes we do not understand whether they are saying us to leave, because Joshi sir, he did not utter a word to tell me to leave. He just through his eyes he showed me the door.
Oh God.
Later I was thinking whether I should leave. Like I left also, but after coming out I was thinking, should I have left or should I have asked him?
Then you can always, sir, can I leave?
Oh, yes.
Or should I leave?
Yes.
Oh, he just said like this.
He just showed me, yes, through eyes, just like that.
Oh God. So difficult. No, you have a pleasant personality, so you maintain that personality. Don't look tense. Of course, you will be tense, no doubt.
Yes,
But should not look dull and lifeless. That's the thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll look.
All the best. You've not got your date,
Not
so you can next time also you can come to just to have a conversation, because you already had an interview. There's no point in telling you what to do. Only thing, when I'm interacting with you, the defects I'm finding, I'm able to point out.
Yes,
That's all.
ma'am.
So this time I'm sure you'll be able to do better.
Thank you.
Okay, but be pleasant and smiling.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That dull look should not be there.
Okay.
Why are you like that? You are tired, frustrated.
Not tired, ma'am. Maybe frustrated with the process of civil
I
service.
know. It's a long run.
Long
you should
run
appreciate
journey.
6 times you have written. I mean, it's too. And because once you lose it again, it's one more year.
Again,
Ah,
prelims,
it's
mains.
prelims, yeah. But I think they should appreciate people like you who have really, struggled so much and encourage.
Just hope people are like you there.
No. Some people, my batchmate is there, Chaube.
Chaube sir.
He's very nice.
Yes, one of my friends got the board and she is in service now. She got a postal and telecom service. If I find anything these controversial questions, ma'am, will they ask like hijab?
They may.
They may.
You can say that it's so difficult to answer that because you don't know what kind of people are sitting there.
Yes, ma'am. It is true.
But mostly BJP.
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can also say that every school has their uniform and all that, and there's no such issue in Karnataka as such. But in this, it's a small incident which happened in a particular institution
Yes.
because of some local issues.
Yes.
That's all you can tell, I think.
Mm.
But otherwise, generally, all communities live together. And do people wear hijab and come to colleges and schools?
In colleges, they used to wear till the gate only, ma'am. But they used to change it in the changing
in
room.
colleges, they wait till the gate and they change. It's happening everywhere in Karnataka. It's all peaceful.
Yes.
Here, for some unknown reasons, it became an issue.
Just it got spiraled.
That's all.
Yes.
Otherwise, everybody, they are living peacefully and they are friendly. That's all. There's nothing, no major problem with the school or college premises. All are friendly and everything is fine.
Yes.
That particular thing, it happened like that.
Yes, true.
That's all you say and finish it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All the
ma'am.
best.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Be very brave and bold.
Yes.
And give an impression that you're a very strong person. Okay? And not dejected by the failures.
Yes,
Service also, you'll have so many issues.
So
You have to fight them.
more than this.
Yeah, that is
Yes.
the thing. Okay.
Thank you
Okay
so
then.
much.
Thank you. All the best. Come.
Thank you, ma'am.
God bless you.
Thank you,
All the
ma'am.
best.
Thank you so much.
Make it.
Thank you so much.